Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the week of September 27th. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Aries, I am not offering readings and I do not see myself offering personal readings for the foreseeable future. So anybody who messages you asking for a reading is not me. They're trying to scam you. Just stay alert and keep that in mind. There have been a number of people doing that recently. I do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. But let's see what we have here for you, Aries. All right, let me make sure everything is in view and we'll get right into it for you. All right. I think that looks good to me. Energy on the bottom. You have the Seven of Cups. So, a couple of things with this card here. This can indicate confusion in that you are sort of spreading your energy too thin. You kind of see all the cups ahead of you, you see all the roads available, and you're not sure which one to pick. You can see on this interpretation that there's a separate type of like item or element in each one of these cups, and you're not sure which one to choose, and it can indicate that feeling of sort of confusion that comes along with needing to make a choice. On another level though, a more optimistic way of looking at this, it can say that you are spoiled for choice. You have a lot of options available, you have a lot of things in front of you, and I definitely feel like for some of you that could be the case. Taking a look here, you have a great reading. Anytime we see the sun in a reading, it's always a good sign. And for you, you have that coming in. And really, there's only one challenging card here. So I really like what I see for you, Aries. Now, right away, in the middle, you have the Knight of Swords. So this is a card calling you to take action on something, all right? This is like almost chaotic energy. And so with that, this card is it's a bit of a confusing card. It's talking about confusing because it tells you to take action on something and at the same time to not make impulsive decisions, okay? And so there's really a difference between those two things. Impulsivity is this idea where you are not really thinking something through before acting, and that leads to a negative outcome. Taking action is just making sure you're not letting things slip away, making sure you're taking advantage of the opportunities ahead of you and in front of you. And that's what I feel like is going on here. So it's like, don't let the potential fog of confusion with the Seven of Cups impair your judgment with the Knight of Swords showing up here, with something that you need to act on. Make sure that you have a strong conviction on whatever it is that you need to act on, whatever it is that you're being guided to look at here. What else do I feel like is coming through? Well, we'll get into it as we go along. In the past, you have the Devil, the Hanging Man, and the Temperance. So the Devil is a card of our shadows, okay? Now, in the past, you may have wanted to act very quickly on something. You may have wanted to just go, go, go. You may have wanted to impulsively choose something that wasn't right for you, and you probably knew it wasn't right with this Devil card. Because the thing about this is a card of our shadows. It's our inner demons. It's the thing that we work through in this lifetime. And I feel like this has been on your mind as of late, and you kind of know that this Knight of Swords is coming in to tell you to not be impulsive around something. Now, at the same time, you need to act, okay? Because you have this Hanging Man. Okay, this person is being suspended in air here. If it sounds like I'm a broken record, it's because it's like these messages are coming in and they're kind of all syncing up with each other. But this Hanging Man here is someone who, like, their challenge is to sacrifice. It's to give something up to get something else. It's like for them, it's like, what would happen if they cut the cable here and started free falling? Where would they go? Where would they land? Who would they meet? What would they see? And it's like they'll never get to see or experience any of those things if they're staying here, if they're staying where they are. And so it's like this really nice sort of like healthy blend. And like even more so, this is pretty wild. You have this card of moderation. All right, some of you are maybe being tempted by something. With the devil, it's interesting because you have 14 into 15. The temperance card is all about balance, healing, and like it's associated with angels and angelic healing because the person on this card is actually an angel. And it's interesting because you have like the opposite side of that, which is the devil. And so this is, some of you may be just working through, I'm going to call it a shadow, but it could be like an addiction. And remember, that doesn't have to be a substance. It can be an addiction to negative thinking, to hopelessness, to, video games. It can be drinking. It can be anything. And I feel like there's something being called on. You're being called on to look at something. I need to say that this is strong energy in the past. Okay, these are all three of these cards are major arcanas. Okay, and so this is big stuff that you're working through. And in the future, you have two more major arcanas as well. I do see you working through it. I think this is a warning shot. Okay, I think this is a warning shot, and it's not to be alarmist. It's just that be careful of how you're spreading, but also spending your energy. Like, yeah, that's what I feel like saying. Now, in the current situation, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles, being called on to make practical decisions, okay? Aries, this Queen of Pentacles is a card and a person of practicality, of sort of someone who's wise with the way that they spend their money. But in this case, I think it's spending your energy, your resource being your energy. And, taking on healthy situations for yourself here. With the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is also saying that you're hardworking and dependable. You are ready to take action with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. There's no question about it. You're ready to go here. It's just make sure you have all your ducks in a row as you leap forward. And the thing is, what you could be acting on is this Page of Pentacles, which is a offer, job offer, money offer, getting into a school, anything of the material. Now, this could also be good news arriving. This also says that you're studious, you're academic in your approach to life, whether or not you're actually a student or you're just, that's the way that you approach your life. Interesting here, you have the Page, Knight, and Queen of Pentacles all come one after the other, and they're all Pentacles court cards. The only thing we're missing is the King of Pentacles. And so I feel like there are people in financial positions that can help you. This could be a lender, a bank, a loan officer, a loan agent, a realtor, somebody, maybe even, student aid, if you're a student or something like that, financial aid, something like that going on here where you're ready to go. You're ready to make decisions here. I do ultimately see you doing this. You have the Sun, the Justice, and the Knight of Pentacles in the future, which is an amazing combination, by the way. The Sun is the best card in the tarot. It's total positivity, success, happiness, abundance, good things happening. It's the energy of the Sun all wrapped up into one tarot card. Powerful card. And so whenever you get it in a reading, it always indicates that something's good is on the horizon or coming in. You have the Justice card as well. This is the Libra energy. We are in Libra season here, but this is the divine scales, the karmic scales balancing out and tipping in your favor. Ultimately, it says that you will get the outcome you deserve. And so if this devil and this temperance is a warning shot with the Hanged Man. If you do the things that you need, that are right, you're getting a really positive situation that comes in, especially with the Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who is hardworking. This is somebody who is reliable. The Knight of Pentacles is also a financial event arriving. And I feel like it's because you have some good karma. You've done something right here. You've done something, you did the things that you needed to do. And I feel like I see you doing this with the Knight of Swords. I see you making the right move. So let's see what else we have here. Let's start to clarify. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It helps my channel grow, gets the word out, and spreads the message to others. There's also a bell below this video, which will show up after you hit subscribe. If you click the bell, you'll turn on post notifications. And lastly, Aries, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope things are going well for you. So let's see what we get to clarify with some oracle messages here and see what wants to come forward for you. All right. Okay, Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother, healing is possible at this time. Could have been an argument, something like that, with the devil and the mother coming in, Mother Mary coming in, energy. Let's see here. Bridget, inner strength, move back to wholeness, recognize you have the power. Okay, I feel like you are in the right here with the Justice card in the future, indicating that the scales are tipping in your favor. You have good karma around this. Maybe there were some words that were had. You have hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Yeah, look, I think having the energy of hope in your life around you is never a bad idea. And, you know, it can be challenging when you go through a conflict with someone to send them love, but that's really what this is telling you to do, I feel like. Now let's see what else we have here. Okay. In the near future, I definitely like to see that. There's something better. Wow. Okay. And can we get one more, please? Compromise. You have to be kidding me. Another scale here. So with the Justice card and this idea of the Temperance, which is a card of balance, juggling the fire and the water, there's a major compromise coming in. There's something good coming in here in the future. I'll be interested to see what that is. Let's go ahead and start to pull some more tarot cards. Yeah, you know, the Devil card is, to me, connecting to that there's something better. You know what you need to do here, okay? You know what you need to do. Yeah. I feel like this is a big progression for you. You're progressing forward. Let's see here. Towards healing. Wow, the Seven of Cups. Okay, once again, you have the Death card. I was going to say, are we going to get 13? Because look, I need to point something out. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? So I've been saying there's a big progression for you, Aries. Something's moving along. And Three of Wands. So, Temperance, Three of Wands. You're looking out to the future and saying, okay, this is what I need to do from here. This is where I need to go. I've had some initial success with the Temperance card. You've had a turnaround. Temperance can indicate a turnaround because it comes after the challenge of the Death card. I never read, very rarely actually, do I ever read this Death card as the Death card as someone actually dying. I read it as the death of a situation, the end of a situation. It's really talking about transformation in your life, okay? Something coming in and changing. And it's just interesting how this is all lining up because you have 12, 13, 14, 15, especially in the past year, and 11 in the future. And so this is really like your ship to steer here. And you have choices to make. One of those cups is the Devil. One of those cups is the Temperance card. Will you choose healing? Will you choose the shadow? I feel like is what's going on. Not to put pressure on you, but that's what this reading is saying. You have the Knight of Wands, so another knight. You have the Queen of Swords and the Chariot. You're going to make the right choice. You're going to pick the right cup. You are definitely going to do that. The Chariot is this idea that as above, so below. You can see the star pattern on the canopy indicating the universe above, and the Chariot indicating below, the earth. And so as you put in the work, you are rewarded here on planet Earth, right? And so it's all about self-discipline. It's all about getting some sort of victory through a self-discipline. And with the Queen of Pentacles, another card of like really just somebody who's practical. Okay, they will put the work in. You're doing that. You have the Queen of Swords as well with the Knight of Swords. So wow, that's like assassin energy, as I like to say, with that Queen of Swords. But when you have it with the Knight of Swords, it's like you are really being called on to cut through anything that's not holding you back. Work through something with someone. Some of you need to work through something with someone, is what I'm getting as well. I'm hearing that. And then you have the Knight of Wands. This is somebody who's, rushing ahead. I shouldn't say rushing ahead. They're more of spontaneous, okay? They are charging forward. They are moving residents. Oftentimes the Knight of Wands will move to a new location or a place, but they're really this like free spirit that will take that cross-country road trip, that will do that thing that they want to do. And it's all about having passion. And I feel like some of you are, whether or not you're actually moving or doing a road trip or whatever, you're moving into passion here. You have the King of Swords. Okay, so we have counterparts. You have the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups. Wow, so some of you, this was unexpected. Some of you may be finding a relationship here in the future. It's almost like you have a hurdle to jump over, and then as you get over that, you're finding someone. Okay, so we have 2 Libra cards with the King of Swords and the Justice card. And the thing is, you have the Page of Cups with it as well. Some of you may be finding a Libra. I think that's a little bit narrow. We're also just in Libra season, so it's finding someone in Libra season maybe for some of you, which is like from the 22nd of September to the 22nd or 3rd of October, somewhere around there. And so, you know, this looks very good for that situation. The Two of Cups is like a perfect partner, perfect union, divine counterpart, like someone you know from a past life almost. And definitely see some of you doing that. Some of you finding someone. Others of you are getting the outcome you deserve. This is divine law and order. And I feel like you're giving yourself a fair shot here in the future. You're putting yourself in a position to win. So yeah, let's see what else we have. Okay, unexpected income, house, family room, official person, false person, wealthy man. So let's see here. This is throwing me off. Courthouse. Interesting. Well, there is now legal energy arriving with the King and the Queen of Swords and the Justice card and the Courthouse. So I don't know. Maybe you're dealing with a challenging situation and official person as well. So that's very interesting. I wonder if some of you are involved in a legal battle with, you know, a situation where someone was stealing something from you. Maybe like something like that going on. You also just have an investment paying off here. I think the investment though is an investment in yourself is what I feel like saying. I mean, certainly some of you could be in the market. Some of you could be owning a house here, looking to acquire a house. But wealthy man is someone who's at the end of a successful trading day. So it indicates investments paying off. For you, it's you've put something into yourself. You've dissolved that devil card and that death card, and you've moved into healing. You moved into justice and temperance and the Knight of Pentacles, and you've really done something to help yourself out here. So this looks really amazing. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. I will see you in the next one.